Hello and welcome back to a brand new series where I put two hotels from across the UK up against each other. That is two half-board deal hotels. And how it works is they must either be a 3, 4 or 5-star hotel. And they don't have to be the same star to be compared to each other. They just have to offer a half-board deal. And if you don't know what a half-board deal is, it is dinner and breakfast. And normally for dinner you get a 3-course meal included. Some hotels may have like a 30, 35 or 40 pounds, so you can choose anything on the menu as long as it's nothing above 40 pounds or that 35 pounds. And if it is, then you pay the extra. Only come across that once in one hotel, but I've heard of it quite a lot, yes. And here is the Blackpool Tram, yes. The Blackpool Tram. And I'm starting tonight at the cheapest half-board deal hotel I could find anywhere in the UK. And it's in Blackpool, yes. I know you people out there love Blackpool, but unfortunately, just to let you know, this is the last time this year I will be visiting Blackpool. Yes, and the hotel I'm staying at is the Park House Hotel, once again in Blackpool. I'm going to be trying the dinner and the breakfast and showing you the room. So, which hotel will come out better value for money, will have better room, have better Wi-Fi, have better entertainment or none at all, have better dinner, and have better breakfast, and also customer service and the rest I have not already mentioned. So I'm going to go inside the Park House Hotel here in Blackpool and show you the room. So apart from that, hope you enjoy this video. Here is the bed. Your lovely but lonely single bed. A plug socket down there. 2 more plug sockets here. I'll just turn the TV on, that's about it.
Enjoy live commentary on 5 Sports Extra.
Yep, TV works. Phone. All this stuff. Tea and coffee. That. Window. That does work. Hairdryer, wardrobe where my bag is, stand back, a quite old chair, a wardrobe, the floor is quite old. A lovely Polaris mirror, picture, another picture, fire action guide. Your fire assembly point is the Imperial Hotel car park. Let's just check the kettle anyway. Yep, all clean. Single. Now here's your bathroom. Yep. Bath. Not going to bother turning taps on. All clean. Oh. Got a dirt mark on that. I am now in the room. And unfortunately, I'm changing rooms. That's because there is a leak when you flush the chain. The toilet is leaking and the floor is getting wet. So I went downstairs, told reception, the lady on reception, and she's like, here's your room. And I'm thinking, something about this room is ringing bells to me. Yes, and that is the room I'm moving into. You will find out when I'm in there what that something is. Yes, so I thought I'd quickly show you the room. I'm not going to touch anything. Just going to quickly show you it. Then get out of here and go to the new room. I have changed rooms now. That is because there was a leak in the bathroom. When I flushed the chain, water was dripping down. So I told the receptionist and I was given a new room. I was upgraded from a single room to a double sea view. Very, very nice. And I'm pretty sure I stayed in this sea view room before. The last time I stayed here, I'm sure this is exactly the same room. And if it's not, then it's very, very similar. Yes, it is. So, I'm going to turn the camera around and show you the room. Here is your lovely double bed. Crystal white? Yes. We will get into seeing it in a second. Here is your wardrobe, where you have 5 hangers on each side. So you have 10 hangers. And I can say it's nice and cool in here. You have a bag stand, very old bag stand. You have a fan, blanket, which you don't need. Yes. Lovely polished mirrors. And once again, the other room was really hot. This is nice and cool. Yes. Your bed from here. The last thing I'm going to show you is the bed itself, and we'll find out whether it's clean or not. You have a phone here. Hello? Yes, can I get a pint of Coke? Can I get 6 packets of crisps? And 2 packets of peanuts. Thank you. Room is 118. Thank you very much. Of course, that was a joke. Yep. Here you have a chair. Does have a bit of discolouring. Nothing bad. Can't pull that up. It's a bit dirty down the sides. Yes. So, nice comfy chair to sit in at night. Table with this underneath it. That's alright to sit on. Not the best thing though. Does the hairdryer work? Think it is the same room. Yuck. It feels yucky. Oh, got to turn it on here. Feels yucky touching that. All your information. Something I really, really don't understand. A pre-authorization deposit is a temporary hold of a special amount of available balance on a credit card or debit card. Pre-authorization is not a charge and no funds will be deducted from your account. We require a £50 per night deposit, capped at £150. Basically, what it is they charge you £50 per night just in case you break something. which I think is ridiculous. However, the 2 times I've stayed here, not once have I paid it. But people have told me, and I have read comments, that it is only for people who book with third-party agencies. Yes. That's good. That works. You have a kettle. Is it clean tonight? A bit yellowy, but that's alright. Not the best, not the worst. You have 1 plug socket there. You have another one there. Do I see any others? Nope, I don't. So you have 2 plug sockets in total. It's lacking plug sockets. You've got all your tea and coffee. And you got Galaxy as well. Milk and sugar. Nothing in these drawers. Your double bed from this side. And finally, what a view out the window. Absolutely phenomenal. That is your view. Lovely curtains. That works. Does the other one work? Yes, it does. I think that one over there is brighter. Very nice. Turn them off. A bin does have a few bits in it already. A refurbished bathroom. This shows you how big the bathroom is, quite big. I like the windows like this so people can't look through. Is the toilet clean? Yes, indeed. A bin with a bag in it. Anything under here? Nothing under there. Good flowing water. Shampoo and conditioner. Bath and shower gel. And that. Now, did I have a problem with that last time? That's that one. Very good. And that's that one. That's okay. Yes. Close this up. Very, very polished shower door. That. Now, if you're my height, that's a bit too high for my liking. But then it's kept away from younger people. I don't think there'll be any younger people staying in this room. And you have a towel radiator. That. Good shower. Good light up there. And finally, is the bed clean? Just a bit of fluff. No pillow protectors. Or is it a pillow protector? I think it might be a pillow protector. Smells clean. Smells clean. No pillow protector on this one, definitely. Looks clean. Good. clean. Very, very clean. Yes, indeed. Spotless bed, put it back together. Your towels smell clean, yes. Finally, this. Smells clean, yes. Looks clean, and that's clean. So, overall, a nice clean bedroom. And I'm really happy I got an upgrade to a double sea view. Yes, indeed. So, I will see you in a moment's time for dinner. Yes. And then I will see you after for the dinner review. The food here is absolutely excellent. It's fantastic. I didn't think it was going to be as good as it was. And the reason why is because of how much I paid. Yes, but it was excellent. Now, you get a 3-course meal, a starter, main and dessert. And I went for the prawn cocktail Mary Rose, which is prawns laced with Mary sauce on a bed of lettuce served with buttered wholemeal corner bread, basically. And it was really, really good. The sauce was really nice. The prawns were very fresh. And the sauce gave the prawns a lot of flavour. It was well seasoned with salt and pepper. The salad was fresh. Just didn't eat the tomato. The bread, I'm going to say, I would leave out. The prawn cocktail was really good. Nice, fresh and full of lots of flavour. And it was very, very filling. The best thing about it was so fresh and juicy That salad was so juicy and full of flavour. It was delicious. Yes. So I'm going to give it an 8.1 out of 10 all day long. If I do pronounce anything wrong, I do apologise for that. Yes. For main course, I went for beef, roast beef and Yorkshire pudding. Basically, went for a roast, as it is Sunday. And it is slow roasted until tender, served with a meat, juicy pan gravy and Yorkshire pudding. Comes with Duchess potato, honey roasted carrots and salted Savoy cabbage. But I don't think I got any cabbage. I had some green bean things. Let me know in the comments what they were, because it doesn't stay on here what they are. But yeah, starting off with the roast beef, it was absolutely fantastic. It was cooked perfectly. That might be one of the best roasts I've ever had in my life. Definitely at a hotel. It was so juicy, so tender. It was really nice and tender, I mean it. And you get a lot on your plate. It was phenomenal. Yes, like I was saying, so tender, so juicy, a really good gravy, excellent gravy. The gravy is phenomenal. It was absolutely delicious. Lots of flavours going on, seasoned very well. And the veg was really, really on point. I don't like honey roasted carrots, and I normally don't like my carrots cooked. I like raw carrots, but the veg here was absolutely phenomenal. The Yorkshire pudding was really good, even though it wasn't the best, but it was nice, tasty and full of flavour. The green beans, whatever they're called, green beans or something, were really nice, tasty and juicy. The Duchess potatoes were phenomenal and fantastic. Full of flavour, really puffy, nice and soft, very juicy, mouth-watering and delicious. The whole dish was mouth-watering and delicious, and the best thing about it was very tender and a lot of flavour from that meat. It was cooked perfectly. I'm going to give it a 9.5 out of 10 all day long. Thought it was really nice and cooked superbly. Now, moving on to the dessert, I went for strawberry jam and custard cheesecake, served with fresh strawberries. There you go, garnish. And it was very nice, flavoursome. You could definitely taste it wasn't the best cheesecake in the world. I didn't get any custard, unless that's in the cheesecake, so I'm confused about that part. But it was nice, full of flavour, really refreshing, something different. They use strawberry jam rather than proper strawberries. That's the only thing I've got to say about it, yes. But overall, it was nice and full of flavour. Yes. But it's definitely not the best cheesecake in the world. No. Pardon me. I'm going to give it a 7.6 out of 10 all day long. I've had better desserts than this, but it weren't bad. Yes, indeed. So, overall, I'm going to say dinner was excellent, phenomenal, 10 times better than I ever thought it would be for the price I paid, which we'll find out at the end. So overall score is going to be a whooping 8.9 out of 10 all day long. Now, very good. Yes, indeed. Will breakfast live up to the same hype, or will I be phenomenally disappointed? Or will I be astounded in joy? Find out in the morning. And will the other hotel in Wigan be better or worse for dinner? Find out later on in the video. Apart from that, hope you enjoyed the rest of the video. Stop recording. So, I don't remember showing you the TV, whether it works or not. It's an LG TV. I think it might be a smart TV, not sure.
Something that you get used to. It's still not clear.
At 9 on ITV2 and ITV.
TV works? Yes. So, now you've seen the TV. Apart from that, I'm going to get into the breakfast review. Just going to keep it short and simple. The breakfast here is half a buffet style because you get your cereal, you get your drinks and some fruit from the buffet and pastries. Even though I didn't see them, but you get them from your buffet. Yes. So, that's the buffet side to it. You get your hot drink from the kitchen and you order that through the waiter, the server, and you get your breakfast from the kitchen. You can have fried egg or scrambled egg at this hotel. Yes. And I went for the fried egg, which is the normal egg. I say, if you don't ask, you get a fried egg. Yes. And gonna start off with the fried egg. Now, the only downside I had to this breakfast was the fried egg. Think it was a bit too hard for my liking. Would have liked it a bit more runny. Well, I would have liked it runny because it wasn't runny, but it was nice still, even though I prefer runny egg. Baked beans were just normal baked beans, nice and tasty. The sausage is not a catering sausage. It tastes like a Cumberland sausage, but I don't know if it was because I'm not an expert on sausages, but it was really good. The fried bread wasn't something I normally go for, but it was all right. Now, I don't know how people like potato squares on their breakfast, but some people do. But for me, it's not a me thing. Yes, indeed. But all in all, it's nice that it's something different instead of a hash brown. They're nice, tasty, not too salty. They're really good and potatoey and soft. The bacon, really good. At first, I was like, I want this a bit more crispy, but no. Because of the amount of salt the bacon has itself, it's good the way it is. Nice, soft, juicy, and easy to eat. Didn't go for the tomato because I don't like tomatoes. What else? The toast, very good. The tea, it's alright. It passed the test. Nice cup of tea. In this one, only need 1 sugar. What else? The toast, just like any other toast, yes. So, to sum it up, a good, solid breakfast done well at a hotel, yes indeed. So, it gets a 4.8, it gets a 7.8 out of 10 for the breakfast. The dinner got an 8.8 out of 10. This breakfast is a lot better than most hotel breakfasts, yes. Now, to quickly recap on the room, starting off with the price, the half-board deal, which is dinner and breakfast, came to a grand total of £45 for a single room for one person. And I did double check. It was £67 last time I checked. Yes. So I paid, once again, £45, which I think is an absolute bargain. To be upgraded from a single room to a double room due to the problem of the leaking toilet once being flushed is a thumbs up. So, I'm going to say the bathroom is a lot cleaner than the bedroom. Just my opinion. Yes. But this room is a lot better than the old room. Even though the old room wasn't that bad, just wasn't as refurbished. So, I'm going to have to say, because we're going on this room, the cleanliness in the room, I'm going to give a 7.7 for. The cleanliness in the bathroom, going to give a 9 out of 10 for. Yep. Wi-Fi quality, because Wi-Fi speeds are for download 80 to 88 megabytes per second. Upload anywhere between 87 to 92.5 megabytes per second. So that gets a 8 out of 10. Very good Wi-Fi. What else can I say about this hotel? because we're going. It's got a really nice bed, really comfy. Just quickly do a bed test for you, even though the bed's a bit mashed. Yep, nice firm bed. Bed gets an 8 out of 10. Size of the room, 7.5 out of 10. Size of the bathroom, 7.5. Smell in the room, 7.7. Smell in the bathroom, 8 out of 10. Style in the room, 8 out of 10. Style in the bathroom, I give it 8 out of 10. Smell in the room, no, I've done the smell already. So, anything I didn't like about this hotel? Not really, but the waitress, not the best, not the worst. Service in the restaurant, that's for breakfast and dinner, 7.2 out of 10. Customer service at the front desk, 8.5 out of 10. Entertainment, 8 out of 10, because they do have entertainment, not the best, not the worst. Location, 10 out of 10. View, 10 out of 10. Overall, 8.5 out of 10 overall. I think this is a brilliant, brilliant hotel. Really, really good for your money. £45 for this hotel is a steal. And that's your view once again. And check-in times are from 3 p.m. Check-out times are from 10:30 a.m. That's when you have to check out the room by. So, all in all, a very good hotel here in Blackpool, the Park House Hotel, at a good steal of a price. And it is August, the most expensive month, so I would expect this hotel to actually be, for what it is, 80 quid. That would be what I would expect this hotel to be, with half board, dinner and breakfast. I wouldn't expect it to be any lower than that, but for some reason it is. Could that be a factor of low occupancy? Not enough people in the hotel, so they've had to reduce their prices? I don't know. I don't work at this hotel. I don't own the hotel, but it's a very good, solid hotel. Yes, indeed. So, stay tuned for the next hotel, which is coming up very shortly. Obviously, I've just got to get all the way over there, which is in Wigan. The McDonald Hotel in Wigan. Will it be better or will it be worse? People are saying that this hotel would be better. Who knows? Haven't been to the other hotel yet, but when I do, I will check it out as thoroughly as possible. See you at the McDonald Hotel in Wigan. Hello and welcome to the second hotel, which is the McDonald Kilhey Court Hotel in Wigan. And this is a 4-star hotel which caters to the upper market, shall I say, in the hotel industry. This is a more expensive hotel brand company, however you want to say it. And once again, it's a 4-star hotel compared to the last one, which was a 3-star hotel. I chose this hotel because I think it's a very good price for the hotel brand. as you don't see many McDonald's hotels across the UK at this price. Let me know if you've seen one even cheaper. So I'm going to turn the camera around and show you the room. And you make up your mind which one is better. Yes, indeed. Apart from that, hope you enjoy this hotel. Here is the room. Lovely bed. Is it a king or a double? My big double or king? Can't work it out. Very nice. Then swinging over here, you have your thingamajig. That's your wardrobe with your mirror on it, which is very polished mirror. Couldn't get this to work. Started beeping. There's two. Couldn't get either of them to work. Tea and coffee making facilities. Is the kettle clean tonight? There's a bit of lime scale. Don't know how well you can see that. Bit of lime scale. There's no mould in there, but a bit of lime scale. Tea and coffee, biscuit. Loads of tea. What brand tea do we have? There you go. Good brand. Good. The cup's clean. You've got a fan there, iron there, ironing board. Plug socket there, light there. Does this light work? Yes, it does. Very nice. Lovely table and chairs. It's a bit dirty. That's clean. Don't know how well you can see that. Yes, it is a bit dusty. That's good. Does that work? Yes, it does. I will show you the bed later on. That's good. TV, 2 plug sockets. Hairdryer.
And Matt Chorley will have more on all of this over on Newsnight on BBC Two shortly. Hi, Matt.
Thanks, Clive. Yeah, Keir Starmer tonight is set to... No more gimmicks
good.
and broken promises on small boats, but is that a promise he can keep? And what does Sydney Sweeney's jeans tell us about the strength of American politics? That's Newsnight tonight, 10:30, BBC Two, iPlayer, and around the world on BBC News.
Just need to turn the TV up.
Now, after several years of financial trouble, Morecambe Football Club is facing the imminent prospect of being shut down unless it can secure a takeover deal. Following relegation last season to the National League, which is the 5th tier of English football, Morecambe was suspended because of ongoing money trouble.
There you go.
And there are fears the club will soon...
TV works.
Joe Linsky has that story.
There you go, bathroom. Lovely looking bathroom. Fantastic. Oops, got that a bit wet. So I'm going to put that there. Oops. Don't know what that's doing like that. Oh no, they topped it up here for me. Bit grubby there. Smells very clean, very polished mirror. Yes, comes out of there, very good. Very, very clean room. Towels and everything, very clean. Bathroom is spotless. Spotless bathroom. This is the bedroom. Again, we'll check out the bed a bit later on. This is where I'm going to be doing the live stream. Very good. Very good. On that side, the floor is very clean. Lovely chairs. Very clean. Desk area. Yes. Is the chair comfy? Yes, it is. What's in here? Nothing. Is this chair comfy? Yes, it certainly is. Certainly is comfy. Yes, indeed. So, the room again, bed, desk and chair. And finally, the hairdryer's in here. Plug sockets gold. I don't think it's real gold. Your floor plan, fire action guide, and so on. A few things I noticed since the other rooms I've been in, as I've been in 2 other rooms, as I decided to go for an upgrade and pay extra money, which you will find out at the end of the video how much extra I paid on top. Yes. One thing I noticed is, where's this go to? Really? And you need a key card in this one to turn the lights on. Quite dusty. It is going to be hard to get it off. All the dust. There is a gap there. Gap under the door as well. But yeah, apart from that, the room is quite nice. I'm going to say I think the upgrade is quite worth it. Pillows feel firm. Gonna jump on the bed and see what it's like. Oh, that is really, really comfy. A lot better than yesterday's bed. Yes. How are the pillows? Oh, gonna sleep like a dream. Really good. Is there a bit of dirt in there? Or something? Now, the pillows, are they clean? So we can't go inside the pillows, can we? Oh, yes, we can. They don't have a pillow protector, but they look clean. Should look like on the other side. Yeah, very clean. Just a bit of dust. There is a mark here. There. Nothing major. No pillow protector, but they overall are clean. Overall. You got this, which should be on the bed. You do have a mattress encasement. Very good. It's inside out. They put it inside out. But it's alright. I suppose. The bed is spotless. Absolutely spotless. The bed, absolutely spotless bed. Very comfy. Yes, indeed. Very, very comfy bed. Loving it. Yes. Now, what speeds am I getting on the Wi-Fi? Just gonna quickly do the test and let you know. You're getting 23 megabytes download speed and anywhere between 26 to 30.5 megabytes per second upload speeds. So the upload speeds are faster than the download speeds, as the download speed's only 23. And the upload speed clocked in at 30.2. But the highest I saw it at was 30.5 and the lowest was 26. So quite good speeds, yes. The shower is really, really powerful and really good. It's the best shower I've had in a hotel for a very, very long time. Really good shower. Yes, it is. So, I will see you shortly. I went for dinner in the restaurant. You can either choose the restaurant or bar. If you choose the restaurant, you can book a table. And I'll book my table for 7:45. And dinner includes a 2-course meal with the option of a 3rd course add-on for an extra charge. You can either have a starter and main or a main and dessert. And once again, I decided to add on a 3rd course, which came to an additional cost, which the additional cost will be at the end. You'll find that out at the end of the video. So, I went for starter and a main. Starter and a main, yes. And I went for ham hock, which comes with parsley, garnish, and a puree. And it comes with little slices of toast, which you put the ham hock on top of it. And then you spread the puree on the ham hock. Never tried ham hock before, but it was absolutely phenomenal. It was really soft, juicy, really flavoursome, so fresh. It filled my mouth with flavour. My mouth was watering from how good it was. It was, overall, to sum it up, a good ham hock with lots of flavour, juicy, very soft, and it was delicious. Absolutely delicious. I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10. It was so good. I want to have it again right now, actually, thinking about it. Yes, I do. And then I went for fish and chips, which is a traditional English dish. We call it a traditional English seaside dish. Now, unfortunately, it wasn't the best fish and chips I've ever had in my life, but it wasn't the worst. It was nice and crunchy. That batter was really crunchy, really juicy and flavoursome batter. Nicely salted batter. Good amount of salt, a good amount of pepper. A good fish, yes. The fish was cooked very well. Nice, flaky, juicy, flavoursome, fresh fish. When it hit my mouth, there was a lot of crunch and a lot of flavour from that fish. And also, you could tell it was very flaky and very easy to eat. Moving on from that, the tartar sauce was good, not the best in the world, but it was nice and delicious. Lots of flavour to the tartar sauce. The peas, very good, nice peas, full of flavour, just how I like it. Moving on from that, gonna have to say that the chips were lacking colour. They were a bit too pale for me. They were good, not perfect, but they were really nice and tasty. Just needed to be a bit more golden yellow, in my opinion. Yes, indeed. They were just a bit too pale, and they could do with a bit more flavour. Overall, it's a good, solid dish with good solid ingredients. So to sum it up, I'm going to say that it's a good traditional fish and chips. Going to give it an 8.7 out of 10 all day long. Moving on, I went for an additional course, which was a dessert, and I decided to go for a warm chocolate brownie, which comes with chocolate sauce and vanilla ice cream. And it was absolutely phenomenal. Not the best dessert I ever had in my life, but it was brilliant, nice and tasty, lots of flavour, very warm. The ice cream complemented the chocolate sauce, and the chocolate brownie was nice and warm, full of flavour, full of oomph. Really, really good and really cooked well brownie. It was so chocolate, there was so much chocolate flavour to the brownie. Yes, indeed. So overall, a good brownie done well. I'm going to give it an 8.8 out of 10 all day long. Now, will this get the best score? I think the food here is really good. Not the best I've ever had in a hotel. I think it's coming in either second or third place. I'm going to give it a whooping total 8.6 out of 10 all day. 9.6 out of 10 all day long. Brilliant, brilliant food here at the McDonald Hotel in Wigan. So I will see you all in the morning for breakfast, and I will also show you out the window. Yes, indeed. Apart from that, see you in the morning. Good night. Here is the view out the window. Absolutely lovely view. Lovely. And for the final time, the bed. I know it's not made, but yes, it is a lovely bed. Very comfy. Yes, indeed. Very, very comfy mattress. You cannot feel the line down the bottom. No, you can't. And that. So I will see you outside for the end review. before I get into the outro and the price, I'm going to talk about the breakfast. And I'm going to give it 2 score ratings, 1 for continental and 1 for the cooked breakfast. I'm going to start with the cooked breakfast. Now, the poached eggs were absolutely disgusting. They were so flavourless. There was no flavour to them whatsoever. They tasted of nothing. They should have been cooked a bit longer, in my opinion. Yes, indeed. So, the eggs were awful, to the point of nasty and disgusting. The sausage was alright, wasn't the best. By far the best sausage I've ever had in my life. Yes, indeed. But it was alright, okay at best. It was better than a catering sausage, definitely not a catering sausage. Definitely not a Cumberland sausage. But it was just lacking in flavour and not the best sausage I've ever had in my life. The bacon, very salty, very hard, not very pleasant. But then again, it was okay at best. Definitely not the worst I've ever had. The black pudding was wonderful. It was full of flavour, tasty and delicious. And scrumptious. Absolutely good. That was really, really nice. The best black pudding I've ever had in my life. What else? I'm going to say that the baked beans were good. They weren't brilliant or fantastic. They were good enough to do the job. Nice, tasty, good flavours of baked beans. And yes, the toast is help yourself. So I decided today not to have any toast. The mushrooms were delicious. Absolutely scrumptious, nice, tasty, lots of flavour, nice and salty, flavour into them. Cooked well, very, very nice. Overall, the cooked breakfast wasn't the worst nor the best. I'm going to have to give it a 7 out of 10 all day long. It was lacking in flavours in places. The worst poached eggs I've ever had, the worst eggs in the world I've ever had, because they had no flavour, once again, whatsoever to them. Moving on from that, I'm going to have to say that overall it wasn't the best, but 7 out of 10 for that. Now the pastries, the continental, let's start off with actually. I went for some pastries, very good, very fresh, delicious and scrumptious. The selection is far better than yesterday's hotel in Blackpool, the Park House. The cereal, good selection of that. Milk, yep. Toast, very good. Fruit, nice selection of fruit. What else? Nice selection of everything basically. Yes, indeed. Very, very good selection for the continental. You got your fruit, you got your yogurts, you got your juices, you got your, back to what I was saying, you got your juices, you got your fruit, yogurt, cereal, toast, crumpets, you name it. That is basically everything, yes. And I'm going to say the pastries, like I was saying before, were phenomenal. Some of the best I've had in a hotel ever. Now, the score rating I'm going to give the Continental is a whooping 8.1 out of 10. Not the best in the world, but a good selection. Overall, I'm going to give it a 7.6 out of 10. Think not as good as yesterday's, but the Continental was definitely better. Don't normally rate both of them, but on this occasion I felt like I had to, because they were on different levels. So, all in all, very good for that. Yes, now I'm just going to come back in a second once I've worked everything out. The total price came to a grand total of £91.44 for a one night stay here at the McDonald Wigan Hotel. An additional charge of £15 was paid on arrival to upgrade my room from the previous room I was in, as I wasn't happy with it, and I think the £15 is absolutely worth your money. Yes, indeed. Then there was an additional charge at dinner of £6.85 for a third course, as you only get a 2-course meal here. And that was £6.85 for the dessert, bringing the grand total to £113.29. Once again, £113.29, which I think is pretty damn good for a McDonald hotel. Yes, indeed. So, I wasn't happy with the first room, so I went back to reception, spoke to her about the upgrade thing, and I had to pay a £15 extra charge. When I got into the room, the difference is you get a better bed, you get a better desk, you get a refurbished bathroom, walk-in shower, which we'll get into in a second, and so on. The things I really liked about this hotel was that it has a refurbished bathroom, a really powerful, good shower, nice, warm and hot, yes. It has a speaker in the bathroom, so when you turn the TV on, it's linked to the speaker, very nice. Very comfy bed, one of the most comfiest beds I've slept in for a very long time in a hotel. Yes, it is, certainly. Also, the room looks a lot more modern. And you get biscuits in this room compared to the old room. Yes. So, anything I didn't like about the new room? Nothing, one bit whatsoever. Apart from the fact there was quite a bit of dust around the doorway, and the carpet caught edges around near the doorway. Apart from that, the room was spotless. So, at the end, I'll get into what was better at each hotels. Yes. and then I will tell you my final verdict. But now I'm going to give the bedroom view, was quite good, not the best. I give it an 8 out of 10 for the view out the window. I'm going to give the bed, that's how comfy the bed is, 9.6 out of 10 all day long. Going to give the style of the room 8.4 out of 10. Not the best styled room I've ever been in. Style of the bathroom, very nice, clean and modern, 8.5. Size of the room, 8 out of 10. Size of the bathroom, not the biggest, not the smallest, so I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. Cleanliness in the room, much cleaner than yesterday's hotel, but we'll get into that later. Going to give it an 8 out of 10 for the room, even though there was a bit of dust, but that is to be forgiven. I'm going to give the bathroom an 8.3 out of 10. Smell in the room, 8 out of 10. Smell in the bathroom, 9 out of 10. Did I do feel already? Overall feel of the room and bathroom, 8.5. Rest of the hotel, 9.5 out of 10. Very stylish hotel. Overall, I'm going to have to give it, including dinner, 9.3 out of 10 all day long. Yes, indeed. 9.3 out of 10 all day long. Once again, yes. So, which hotel was better? Well, stay tuned for that because I'll be back in a moment to tell you my thoughts. And then finally give you my verdict overall. Now, which hotel did I prefer? Well, there's a few things I've got to talk about first. First of all is the view. The view out the window at the Park House in Blackpool certainly is much better. Yes, indeed. So that's the winner at the Park House. Location, actually going to give it to the McDonald Wigan because there's a lake here. Even though it's quite away from Wigan town centre, but it still goes to this hotel, the McDonald Hotel, yes. Overall style, feel of the room, overall, which room do I think was better? My opinion, I know it's really tough, but I'm going to give it to the McDonald Hotel. Which room had a better bed? Certainly the McDonald Hotel. Now, I saved this to last because I wanted to save it to last. Which hotel had a better shower? My opinion, the McDonald Hotel had a much better shower. Yes, and I know I was in 3 different rooms, but the McDonald Hotel shower was much more powerful, much better. It was warmer, and it certainly was a lot nicer to be in that shower. So the better bathroom was the McDonald Hotel. Which hotel overall had the better dinner? I'm going to give it to the McDonald Hotel. Only just, basically. which hotel. And actually the reason for that is because the starter was really good, the main was good, and the dessert was a lot better than the first hotel. So the breakfast, the cooked breakfast, goes to the Park House in Blackpool. And I'm gonna have to give the continental breakfast to the McDonald Wigan Hotel. Yes, indeed. I'm gonna say customer service goes to the McDonald Hotel. Now the rest of the hotel, well, the McDonald Hotel in Wigan wins the rest of the hotel. So my final verdict, the winner or the better hotel goes to the McDonald Hotel in Wigan. I just think it outpars the Park House in Blackpool by a lot. Let me know, in a lot of areas rather, shall I say, even though the Park House in Blackpool is very good for £35, for £91.44, plus a £15 upgrade fee for a better room, I think is better. Even though the cooked breakfast isn't as good, or the view out the window isn't as good as the Park House, overall you got this just outside of where the hotel is. Yes, indeed. Do you have this in Blackpool? No. Did I know this was here? No. So, the McDonald Hotel in Wigan is the winner and the better hotel in my opinion. Let me know in the comments down below what hotel you think is better. Is it the £45 hotel once again for the final time, or the £91.44 plus the upgrade of £15? Definitely get an upgrade if you're coming to this hotel. Yes, indeed. Apart from that, hope you enjoyed this video, because I certainly did. If you want me to do another one of these, which I'm definitely going to do because I enjoyed it so much, then get this video to 50 likes and you'll definitely see another video, even though you're going to see one anyways. So apart from that, hope you enjoyed this video and thanks for watching. Please like, comment, share and subscribe, and I'll see you in the very next video right after this one. Bye for now. Bye.